It takes that long a time for it to start recording. Okay, so the lighting has to be very clearly understood, and that light will behave in a certain way. If you remember, let me just give you a small intro thing before we go into this portrait. I thought we'll do a color pencil portrait, quick color pencil portrait that I'll do. I'll also send you the video of that, and you can do it on when you're free. I'll send a photograph of this also. This is now. I thought it'll take 10-15 minutes. It actually took 5 minutes to do this. So that's
Actually, I can't follow you. You're actually very fast for me, for my knowledge.
but it's basically step by step.
Yes.
Okay, at a certain stage, say at this stage of your learning, the best thing is to copy without even understanding.
Yeah.
I would say you don't have to understand, just copy.
I'm copying.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. Actually what happens is, if you're copying, you'll start getting doubts. Only when you get doubts, you clear the doubts, and that's when you understand. If you want to understand and start working, it's not going to happen. It doesn't happen because it's uh, even when I am working, I find it difficult to work intellectually. Intellectual understanding is there. Like, okay, the light comes from there, there'll be this light, there'll be reflected light, there'll be that shadow, this. But when I'm working, I won't be thinking like that. My hands and my eyes. That's it. So that's the only way we can achieve a goal. Huh? Okay, so now we'll do a small light and shade exercise and then go to the portrait. Mm, that's very useful when we are, you know, if we don't meet for some time and then we start, we'll know exactly where we are. Okay, so that becomes important. See, suppose we say we'll take a regular form. Huh? We'll take a regular form. Usually we take a sphere because it's a bit difficult to handle. Huh? I thought I'll have some coffee. I got up early today.
Mm.
We'll do an egg to start with. Huh? So instead of you doing a,
Sir, can I know what is the
yeah,
pencil?
this is a lumograph, Stedler lumograph. Uh, this is clear. Okay, I'll send this Stedler lumograph Mars 8P pencil. So
Okay.
this is black. See, the graphite pencil is gray, like it is shining and gray. This is actually black.
Okay.
I'll send you the link.
Okay.
I don't know if they sell a single pencil, but it's worth getting a set. Oh, okay. Okay, so we'll draw an egg. If that is the egg, and we'll say the board is like this. We'll keep a plate, or we'll just keep a small board, which is circular. We'll say it is circular board. Okay. Now if the light is coming from here and it is hitting here, so the highlight will be there, right? The highlight will be there. That will be the highlight. Maybe it will be smaller. Huh? So if the light is coming from there and hitting here, the shadow will, no, shadow will be there, no? Because this part is resting. You can see the drawing, no?
Yes, I can
Yeah.
see.
So this part is resting,
Mm.
light coming like that, shadow of this will fall here, right?
Yes.
And it will come out and it will go like that. It will go out. I told you you can't imagine a draw, but I'm imagining a drawing because I have done this 100 times. So that's there. Huh? So now, how the shadow will be becoming darker? And it becomes darker as it comes to the other side. It's light here. So what happens is we go with the egg shape like that. It looks like a crescent moon. It takes the egg shape. Okay, so this part will be the darkest. Here will be the darkest. This will be a reflected light. From here, the reflected light will hit that. Let me get this right. This is slightly wrong. So this part will be in shadows. So we know that the shadow will be darker near the object. I usually keep a X-ray film underneath. I don't know where I think it fell down somewhere and I didn't pick it up. The impression falls on the next page, Impression falls on the next page, and when we are doing an artwork on that page, the impression disturbs the drawing, main drawing. Okay, so it's going to be dark here, and it will slowly become light as it goes away. This practice has to be done. I usually what colleges and regular class teachers, what they do is they give exercise where you have to put 5, 6, 10 squares, and from light to dark and from dark to light you have to do. That is very boring. So I don't prescribe that. What I do is I give exercise like this. This has to become lighter. And some areas I did diagonal lines, and here I'm making circular lines. If you can see, I'm making lines like that, so that you don't get straight lines, you get a graded effect. Okay, and it becomes blurred as it goes away. The edges become blurred. We show light and shade here also. That's how we practice. If this goes wrong, then it won't look ugly because we know this is an exercise. Uh, okay, now I'm going to do diagonal lines. Huh? I'm going to do diagonal lines like that. we'll consider that as the lightest of the shadow. Hmm? We will leave this area, we have left the highlight. We'll leave this area and darken it. We'll also leave a little bit here for the reflected light. Here I will leave a little bit, and coming and stopping here is not going to be easy. Okay, but even when we know that we are going to make a mistake, we practice that. See, as I am darkening, I am pressing the pencil slightly harder. Okay, I am pressing the pencil slightly. What am I doing? I am doing only one side. I am just doing that. I am not doing this side and that side. Only this side I am doing. Okay, that is what is, this is what is happening when I am doing it fast. Egg is very light in color, right? So we will not make it very dark. If it is say a rubber ball, we can make it very dark. Uh, it looks as if it's smooth, uh, sort of a spherical object, and somebody who looks at that might say, oh yeah, it's an egg. Okay, so now if we are going to do something like the same egg, that's a plate, that's a board that we are going to keep the egg on. Okay, and we are going to break the egg. We are going to break the egg, so this part is going to fall like that part is going to fall like that. So this cracked area we will plan slowly. Now this part is going to turn, right? It's going to turn like that. If you're going to be doing, I would suggest that either you go for a photography reference. If you are not able to get a reference, tell me, I'll look for a reference and show you, give you. Or you can actually break an egg, hat. Take the whatever is inside away, wash it, because after some time it's going to smell bad. Wash it and keep it near a window. Close all the other lights. Only the light from the window should be there. Keep the egg in such a position that there is very good light and shade. Okay, keep the egg. Now one part is like that. The other part is like that. It should convincingly look. So if you are going to be using a photographic reference, the sizes will be very clearly shown to you. Okay, so now the egg will be broken like that, not evenly. I'm going to break it unevenly now, but the overall shape would be like that. You know, if it was a boiled egg and if it was cut, it will be like that, right? Elliptical shape. Okay, so now this has to correspond almost, yeah, almost, not exactly, that's not possible, but let's see. That's a small protrusion there, and something like that comes like that. From there, that, that, and it goes there. Okay, that is art. You know, it's not exact, but we make people believe that we have carefully drawn it. You know? Okay, so here this comes out like that and goes in. Goes in like that and goes like that. Approximately. So now light is coming from here. This part we very clearly know what this part is going to look like. The highlight will be here, somewhere here, right? And we know the shading for this part. The recording is on, yeah. So I have to see if the recording is on. Okay, now sometimes we forget to leave the reflected light. Sometimes we don't want to leave the reflected light because like I want the flow to be right. So you can erase it off. You can erase it off. Okay, that's why I left. I didn't do it. We have a thing called kneaded eraser. Have you heard of that? Kneaded eraser is KNEAD. Kneaded eraser. Heard of that, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so kneaded eraser takes this kind of pencil very easily. The regular eraser might find it difficult to take it out, but kneaded eraser will very easily take it out. Okay, let me just complete this, and then we'll go to the kneaded eraser part. Do you see how careful I am? That becomes very essential. Uh, I'm doing it fast, but what I'm doing is I'm bringing strokes like that. When we do light and shade with diagonal lines, we call this a diagonal hatching. Um, when we do diagonal hatching, the diagonal lines are light and shade. Filler, shadow filler. Any other line that we draw will automatically mean that we are showing a form. I might do that to show that the egg is turning like that. Huh? We
Yes.
can do that. If we are doing say a petal, huh? So the petal is taken away from the flower. So light is coming from here means this part will be dark. So what I do is I give diagonal lines like that. I give diagonal lines like that. And I want to show that the petal is going like this. So what I do, I give some lines like that which will show that the petal is turning and going in. The dimension is arrived at. We can show a little bit of shadow out there without even doing the diagonal line. We just show we got the dimension. Okay, now here this part of the egg will have a shadow like that. This part of the egg will have a shadow which goes like that. The edge, the shadow will become softer. It becomes lighter as it goes away from the object. Now this part will be dark. The shadow will fall on the eggshell here, and there will be light here, right? Managing light and shade, the brush, the pencil strokes like that is a long-term practice. Huh? It can't happen fast, but you have to keep practicing. Light will be falling here. It's not exact, but by showing certain, say, acceptable drawing elements, that is reflecting this drawing. So you will, oh, okay, so it's that. It's not exact, but somehow you want to accept it. Now what do? We have to show the white of the eggshell. So we are going to paint the background. No, we are going to color the background so that this comes out. Strangely enough, it looks like eggshell broken.
Yes.
Okay, so now, if you are going to break an egg carefully, break, open it, take the thing away, wash it thoroughly so that you can keep it for a few days. But I would suggest that you take a photograph of it. Okay, yeah, like try taking a photograph of that, and if you are successful, well and good. If you want me to do a photograph of that and send it to you after you have tried, you shouldn't lose the satisfaction of trying. Okay, so after you have tried, and if you still want me to send a
Can I
photograph,
copy
pardon?
what you can I copy what you
Yeah,
dropped?
you have to copy this.
Mm.
See, the thing about copying is, uh, I, it's obvious that to do something like that, you have to have had practice for such a long time. Okay, so with that practice, I have got this artwork successful. For you to try this and for you to think of an artwork like this, maybe a full egg you might try, but will you try a broken egg? You won't. But this is a big challenge, right? big challenge and very sort of interesting. Somebody who looks at this, somebody who does a drawing looks at this, wow, how did you do that? You know, so if you are going to try, it might take 10 artworks to get it right.
Yes.
But I have done 100 artworks like this, and I have a method to get it right. If you copy this, second artwork, your artwork will be very good. You don't have to do 100 artworks.
Yes.
That's why you should copy. Like, okay. Now, actually, I'll take a photograph of this and send it to you as soon as our class is over. We'll go to the next page and do you, okay, I'll ask you this. Do you want to do a portrait today, or you want to do that flower again? At least parts of that.
Flower, I'll try, sir. If not, next class I'll ask you. I'm trying that.
Okay. Okay, okay.
But
Okay.
I'm very slow.
But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. Actually, today is the 16th. Okay, January 16th. Uh, I think I have done 10 artworks.
Oh.
And what kind of artworks? Like you saw the portrait that was a very quick sketch, not even an artwork, I would say. That was just a simple sketch. But I'll just show you. That's an artwork that I did today.
I have seen somewhere.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had posted it halfway through.
I
Halfway through I posted it.
awesome.
Pardon?
It was awesome.
Yeah, no, it has come out well. But and this was a portrait that I did for. Yeah, I posted this. And this is what we did, right?
Yes.
All these were what we did. This is my students' work.
Oh my God.
This I did one.
It's look like real picture.
Thank you, thank you. This was done on the second. See, the what I'm trying to say is, and that a pastel portrait. This was
I
done.
showed
This
to my
too.
son. Actually, he told it's look like real picture. Everything.
So see, because I'm doing this continuously, that's my job. That's my not just my job. This is my passion. Uh, I completed one more painting. I made a video. I'll just send it to you. Just a second. What happened? That is Gayatri. Okay, yeah. This I did last night.
Yeah, I saw this in group.
Yeah, I started by say 11:30, 12, and completed by 2 o'clock.
30, 2 o'clock you posted, no? 2:30
Yeah,
something.
2:30 or something. I did a little bit of editing, this and that, and posted it. So
I can't
the
even imagine to draw this. Even imagine.
um, actually, if you when you go deep into this, like as a teacher, as a student, and regular work, and if it has to be done, then you will do it. Uh, it's just mathematics.
Yes.
It's just mathematics. Now, like when I was doing this, this part looks almost right. So everything else looks right, which is not true. So you know how to manipulate your mathematics so that people will believe whatever you are doing. Okay? So that is how we manage our things. Um, let's quickly do a color pencil work, like the portrait that I did. Actually, that's the drawing that I was planning for you. The black and white portrait that I showed is what I was thinking of color pencil work for you, and Gayatri asked for it. Now, like I did this, it didn't come out well. Can you please show me what to do it? So I did it for her. Now we'll do a color pencil work very similar, almost the same, but with color pencils, which will be a challenge. Now let's approach a portrait not as a face. Okay, I'm looking at myself in this light. There is strong light here, there is strong light here, there is some medium light there, medium light here, beard and all is bright. There is shadow here, there is shadow here. No? So doing this would be a good idea. Let's not approach this as a face. Let's just approach this as a light and shade on an object. So we know as we were doing this, as we saw this, yeah, and as we were doing this, we know that there is shadow here because there is an object which is stopping, obstructing the light. There is shadow here, but there is immediate light here. That is because this is one plane, that is another plane which is far away. That is creating a shadow. Here the light is reflected, so this is creating a light there and there is a shadow there. Thus the light is coming from there. We understand all these things very clearly. Now, on the face, why is a shadow in a certain place and why is a light in another certain place? Okay, meaning I turned. Let me take a brown. I'll take a yellow. I'll take a warm brown. There is a cool brown and a warm brown. This is a warm brown. This is almost yellowish, like this is a cool, and that's a cool brown. And I also have a dark brown. Now I have three browns in my set. Let me sharpen this before I start drawing. So let me take the warm brown and just give this. I'm not going to give measurements. I'm not going to consider this as a face at all. I'm just going to say there is a triangular darkness in one place. Okay, there is a triangular darkness in one place. There is a deeper darkness in this place, and there seems to be another strange triangle here, which is also dark. There seems to be some light out here, like that, and there is a medium light here, and a bright light here. Here, in this place, there is a bright light. This comes and falls there. This seems to creep in. And there is a triangular shadow here. If you notice, I'm actually looking at the light and shade there and doing it, right? And there is a shadow here. There is a dark line there, and there seems to be a shadow here. That is dark. Okay, we have come up to that. Let me take my head slightly up. There is a shadow here, which comes like that and goes like that. That's the shadow area. Do you realize that without drawing a portrait, just by drawing the light and shade in the right place, I'm creating a face.
Yes.
So, if okay, now what happens is there is a trapezium here, right? I would call that a trapezium, right? Something like that, right? That is dark. And I'm not going into this is slightly darker than that, that is slightly, no, I'm not going into that. I'm just creating one shadow. I'm just creating one shadow. Huh? There is a shape like that which is dark. The light is coming like that, turning here, going like that, and joining here. There is a shadow here. There is a shadow in the background, leaving a white area here. We have a portrait.
Yeah.
So, but we didn't try to be accurate. Huh? So now we can try to be accurate. In this itself, if we want to be that accurate, we can be that accurate. We can erase. Huh? So if I take my thing like that, and what did the eye do? What is the eye doing? That is the eyebrow going like that, and see how it is building. So if we start thinking, we look at a glass tumbler, you understand what I'm trying to say with this, right? So if we are going to see light and shade and build the forms based on the light and shade, we will get the portrait right. Huh? So what are we now looking at this? What do we understand? There is a That's the forehead, that's the nose, that is one plane. All this plane is like that. So if we take a board and cut it here, cut it there, and we know that this part is dug out like that. We know this part is protruding, so it is dug out like that. This is turning that way. Now we will look at a photograph. Yeah. Okay, now I am going to show you a photograph and then we are going to analyze this. Let me keep it here. So I think we'll be able to record it also. Yeah, you can see that, right?
Yes.
Okay. The planes that we were talking about, the forehead, the nose, the chin, and this triangle. Now this triangle is getting almost a similar light, but it has other depths. It goes in and out. That is what is the difference here. Okay. So if we are going to be drawing this, how do we plan it? Okay, I'm going to stop sharing. I'll send it to you in WhatsApp. I'll post it in WhatsApp. Um, New folder. Okay. Okay, I have sent it to you.
Actually, early I have drawn Surya, Tamil actor,
Huh.
and Aishwarya Rai.
Okay, yeah.
I lost that. I have drawn 4, 5.
Okay. You don't have it now. Okay.
Detailed, not detailed. But you
Uh,
can, by seeing that, you can say he's Surya.
so okay.
I lost everything.
Okay, we'll do more. Uh, so, if we are going to be doing this portrait, if we are going to be doing this portrait, when we are training ourselves, we don't try to get uh, the resemblance. We don't try to get the exact skin texture. No, we don't even want it to be beautiful. And if the person is beautiful, we don't even want that painting to be, drawing to be beautiful. But what do we want? We want to have the mathematics right. Yeah, that is exactly what we want. What is the mathematics? So we'll go about the mathematics when you find time. When you find time, do the egg and this, just the mathematics at least, whenever you find time. Huh?
Yeah, I'll make time and I'll do that.
Okay, now, usually what we do is, let me take another paper and show you. Usually what we do is this. This is photography. Okay. We have done this before, right? We say, okay, we divide that into 4 parts. We take 3 parts and make a circle. That would be the width of the face, full frontal, full front. And we say the eyebrow will come there, the nose will come there, the mouth will come there, the chin will come there. Okay, so the ear will come there. Once the ear is set, we can get the chin right. That's exactly what we try to do. Isn't it? That's exactly what we try to do. But here what we are going to do is, we are going to approach this as a light and shade. We'll try to do the drawing also, light and shade in the sense, color, dark color and light color. The hair is also shadow. Actually the hair is not shadow. Hair is black. But we'll consider that to be a shadow. So what do? There is a curve here. Obviously there is a curve here. And this curve seems to become straight. Okay, that's the curve that you see. Okay. And there seems to be a straight line here. Right. There seems to be an angle here. there seems to be an angle here. If you see this angle and the nose angle, now there is an angular line out here which is not in the center, which is in the that quarter. 3/4, 1/4. This, if we are going to divide that into 3 parts, here it seems to be parallel to that, right? Seems to be parallel to that. Okay, good. And it seems to be having almost a parallel line, almost. It's slightly broader at the bottom. Okay, and there is a triangle here in this part. Okay, we are comparing objects to objects outlines. When we say object, we usually mean everything, including what is inside. Well, we don't draw what is inside, we just draw what is out. But when we say object, while we are drawing, when we say object, we just talk about the outline of the object. Okay, so this object, okay, and this line, there is a small line out here, seem to be parallel. This line and a small line seem to be parallel, which goes up a little bit, curves. We'll leave it at that. From here, it takes that line, comes in.
Sir, 1 minute.
Yeah,
I'm just getting some
yeah.
delivery call.
Okay, please.
Tell him to call
Yeah,
after me.
please. Yeah, oh, you can go and get it.
Yeah. Right. No, I'll get it.
Oh, this fellow has come to my side.
Actually, I ordered a big thing.
Uh,
It's just called.
yeah, I think he has come to my side.
Yeah. That is a problem. If I give the exact location of my address, it shows that side only.
Yeah, this side, yeah, the dead end. So he has to come around, huh?
Yeah, I told him to come
Okay,
this side.
okay. Okay, so now when you look at this, okay, now like that is one part, that's the second part, the third part, that's the fourth part. Huh? If that is the fourth part, then from here it goes like that. Huh? Okay, so from here it looks as if my drawing is right, isn't it? As if my drawing is right. We are not talking about the complete thing, but my drawing seems to be right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it wrong. I'm going to do it wrong. I'm going to be looking at that and sometimes doing it wrong is very difficult for me. Yeah, okay. One look at that, you know it is wrong.
Wrong.
So, the moment you know it is wrong, leave it as it is. Don't erase it. Go down, and now you can see the nose has gone too far that way, because there seems to be some space between the nose and the cheek
Okay.
outline. There seems to be some space. Okay, so now the cheekbone has come too low. The cheekbone should have been here. You know that. So what you do, okay, that line, okay, that so far it is good. Now that is going to be my eye line, meaning eyebrow and like things like that. So the eye goes inside a little bit and the cheekbone comes here. Am I right? Yes, I think I am right. Now the nose is going to come somewhere here. This line and this line are parallel. We can see. Okay, so do we have to think like that? If we start copying methodically, I will send you the video of that black and white drawing that I did. It's a very quick 5 minutes or 7 minutes sketch. Go to that, go slow, like one line. You see one line from here to here, stop the video, draw that line. Go to the second line, draw the second line, third line. So take half an hour to draw that. Then you will know, okay, this drawing successful, not successful. Then you find out why it is not successful. I know what can go wrong here, and I try to avoid that. Without knowing what is wrong, how am I going to do the right thing? Yeah, so go to that and work on that first.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. So shall we close the class for today?
Yeah. So can I do the shell with graphite pencils which I have?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, use 8p pencil.
Okay.
Okay, use 8p pencil and have a paper with you, white paper, A3, A4, whatever, to keep your hand on, because it will very easily become dirty.
Okay.
Okay. So that is a regular practice that we do.
Okay.
Okay, okay, Srilata. So when do we have our next class? Next Friday, is it?
Yes.
No. Next Friday you want, or you want it earlier?
Yeah, earlier is fine.
So
Uh,
you tell me when you're going to be free, and then we'll have the class then.
Anytime,
Okay.
sir. Before 3 o'clock, anytime is.
Okay. 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 Let me see. Okay, I'll inform you. Huh?
Yeah.
So do the egg and send it.
Yeah.
From there we'll go to the portrait. From egg to the portrait. Huh?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. See you. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.